maybe something the matter with my stomach.
Your stomach? The trouble is not with your stomach, but in your subconscious mind.
Subconscious piffle.
Steve, you never used to be so disagreeable. You certainly have got some sort of a complex. You're all inhibited. You're no longer open to new ideas. You won't listen to a word about psychoanalysis.
A word? I've listened to volumes.
You've ceased to be creative in architecture. Your work isn't going well. You're not sleeping well.
How can I sleep, Henrietta, when you're always waking me up to find out what I'm dreaming?
The dreams are so important, Steve. If you tell yours to Dr. Russell, he'll find out exactly what's wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me.
You don't even talk as well as you used to.
Talk? I can't say a thing without you looking at me in that dark fashion you have when you're on the trail of a complex.
This very irritability indicates that you're suffering from some suppressed desire.
I'm suffering from a suppressed desire for a little peace.
Dr. Russell is doing some wonderful things for nervous cases. Won't you go to him?
No, Henrietta, I won't.
But Stephen...
I hear it will come. Let's not be at each other's throats on the first day of the visit.
Good morning. Oh, here you are.
Good morning, Mabel.
It's so good to have you here. I was going to let you sleep, thinking you'd be tired after the long trip. Sit down, breakfast will be ready in a moment. And what do you have?
Oh, I've already told you, Henry, don't get anything from me. I won't be eating breakfast.
Not eating breakfast.
Oh, the psychoanalytical look.
Mabel, why are you not eating breakfast?
But no particular reason. I just don't care much for breakfast. And they say it keeps down. That is, it's good to go without it.
Don't you sleep well? Did you sleep well last night?
Oh yes, I slept alright. Yes, I slept fine last night. Only I did have the funniest dream.
And what did you dream, Mabel?
Look at here, Mabel. I feel it's my duty to put you on. Don't tell Henrietta your dreams. If you do, she'll find out that you have an underground desire to kill your father and marry your mother.
Don't be absurd, Stephen Brewster. What was your dream, dear?
Well, I dreamed I was a hen.
A hen?
Yes, and I was pushing along through a crowd. Only being a hen, I couldn't walk very fast. It was like having a tight skirt, you know? And there was some sort of creature with a cap. And he kept yelling after me, step hen, until I got all excited and just couldn't move at all.
You say you became much excited.
Oh yes, I was in a terrible state.
This is significant.
She dreams she's a hen. She is told to step lively. She becomes violently agitated. What can it mean?
Mabel, do you know anything about psychoanalysis?
No, it's something about the war, isn't it?
Not that kind of war.
I thought it might be the name of a new explosive.
Oh, it is.
Well, you see, Henrietta, we're not in touch with as intellectual as you are. Bob being a dentist, somehow...
Oh, to be a dentist.
Don't you see anything more of that editorial writer? Oh, what was his name?
Lyman Eggleston?
Yes, Eggleston. He was in touch with things. Don't you see him?
Yes, I see him once in a while, but Bob doesn't like him very much.
Your husband does not like Lyman Eggleston? Mabel, are you perfectly happy with your husband?
Oh, come now, Henrietta. That's going a little strong.
Are you perfectly happy with him, Mabel?
Well, yes, I guess so. Why, of course I am.
Are you happy? Or do you only think you are? Or do you only think you ought to be?
Henrietta, I don't know what you mean.
This is what she means, Mabel. Psychoanalysis. My work table groans with it. Books by Freud, the new Messiah. Books by Jung, the new St. Paul. The Psychoanalytical Review. Back numbers 250 per.
But what's it all about?
Oh, all about your non-conscious mind and the desires you know not of. They could be doing you a great deal of harm. Oh yes, you could go crazy with them. People are doing it left and right. You're dreaming you're ahead.
Any fool can ridicule anything.
But what do you say it is, Henrietta?
Oh, if Henrietta's going to start that.
It's like this, Mabel. You want something, you think you can't have it, so your mind protects you. It avoids pain by refusing to think the forbidden thing. but it's there just the same. It stays there shut up in your unconscious mind, and it festers.
Sort of like an ingrown mental tumor.
Precisely. The forbidden impulse is there just full of energy, which has simply got to do something, so it masks itself in dreams, makes all sorts of trouble. In extreme cases, it can drive you insane. But psychoanalysis has found out how to save us from that. It brings into consciousness the suppressed desire that was causing all the trouble. Psychoanalysis is simply the latest scientific method of preventing and curing insanity.
It's also the latest scientific method of separating families.
Families that ought to be separated.
The Dwights, for instance. You remember them, Mabel, when you were here last. Helen was living, apparently, in perfect peace and happiness with good old Joe. Well, she went to this psychoanalyzer. She was psyched. And biff, bang, home she comes with an unsuppressed desire to leave her husband.
How terrible! Yes, I remember Helen Dwight. But did she have such a desire?
First she knew of it.
And she left it.
Why, yes, she did.
Was he kind to her?
Oh, yes, he was kind to her.
Wasn't he kind to her?
Oh, yes, he was good enough.
And she left her good, kind husband.
Oh, Mabel, left her good, kind husband. How naive. Forgive me, dear, but how bourgeoisie are you? She had the courage, and she came to know herself.
Look, I may be very naive and bourgeoisie, but I don't see the good of a new science that separates homes.
Bravo, Mabel. Oh, and in enlightening Mabel, we mustn't neglect to mention the case of Art Holden's private secretary, Mary Snow, who has just been informed of her suppressed desire for her employer.
Why, I think it is terrible, Henrietta. It would be better if we did not know such things about ourselves.
No, Mabel, that is the old way.
But her employer? Is he married?
Wife and 4 children.
Well, then what good does it do the girl to know that she has a desire for him? There is nothing that can be done about it.
Well, old institutions will have to be reshaped so that something can be done in such cases. As it happens, Mabel, this suppressed desire was on the verge of landing Mary Snow in the insane asylum. Are you so tight-minded that you'd rather have her in the insane asylum than to break the conventions?
Have people always had these awful suppressed desires?
Always.
But they've just been discovered.
The harm they do has just been discovered, and free, sane people must face the fact that they have to be dealt with.
I don't believe they have them in Chicago.
People have them wherever the living libido, the center of the soul's energy, is in conflict with petrified moral codes. That means everywhere in civilization. Psychoanalysis.
Good God! I've got the roof in the cellar.
The roof in the cellar.
This is what psychoanalysis does to people.
That is what psychoanalysis could undo. Is it any wonder I'm concerned about Steve? The other night he dreamed that the walls of his room started receding and he found himself alone in a forest. Don't you see how significant it is for an architect to have walls slip away from him? It symbolizes his loss of grip in his work. There's some suppressed desire.
Suppressed hell!
You speak more truly than you know. It is through these suppressions that hells are formed in us.
Don't you think it would be a good thing if we went somewhere else? Oh, I'm sorry, Henrietta. One of the spoke plates, too. Don't take it so to heart, Henrietta.
I can't help but taking it to heart.
I'll get you another. I said I'll get you another plate, Henrietta.
It's not the plate.
For heaven's sake, what is it then?
It's the significant little false movement that made you drop it.
Well, I suppose everyone makes a false movement once in a while.
Yes, Mabel, but all these false movements mean something.
I don't think that's very nice. It's just because I happen to think of that Mabel Snow you were talking about.
Mabel Snow.
Snow. Well, what was it then?
Her name is Mary. You substituted your own name for hers.
Mary Snow, then. Mary Snow. I never heard her name but once. I don't see anything to make such a fuss about.
Mabel, dear, mistakes like that in names.
They don't mean something too, do they?
I'm sorry, dear, but they do.
But I'm always doing that.
My poor little sister. Tell me about it.
About what?
About your not being happy. About your longing for another sort of life.
But I don't.
I understand these things, dear. You feel Bob is limiting you to a life in which you do not feel free.
Henrietta, when did I ever say such a thing?
You said you were not in touch with things intellectual. You showed your feelings that is Bob's profession that has engendered a resentment which has colored your whole life with him.
Why, Henrietta...
Don't be afraid of me, little sister. There is nothing can shock me or turn me from you. I am not like that. I wanted you to come here for this visit because I had a feeling you weren't getting enough from life as you were wanting. No one of these things I had seen would excite my suspicion. It's the combination. You don't eat breakfast, you make false movements, you substitute your own name for the name of another's whose love is misdirected, you look queer, and your eyes is a frightened look that is most unlike you. And this dream, a hen? Come with me this afternoon to see Dr. Russell. Your whole life may be at stake, Mabel.
Henrietta, you've always been the smartest in the family and all that, but this is terrible. I really don't think we ought to think such things. Why, I'll tell you why I dreamed I was a hen. It's because last night, telling you about that time in Chicago, you said I was mad as a wet hen.
Did you dream you were a wet hen?
No.
No. You dreamed you were a dry hen, and why, being a dry hen, were you urged to step?
Maybe it's because when I'm getting on a streetcar, it always irritates me to have them yell, "Step lively."
No, Mabel. Forgive me, dear, but that is merely a child's view of it. You do not see into the dream. You only see the elements, the stream of the hen.
Hen, wet hen, dry hen, mad hen. Oh, let me out of this.
Just a moment, dear, and we'll have things so that you can work in peace. Mabel and I are going to sit in my room.
I'm going to be psychoanalyzed. I'm going now. I'm going straight to that infallible doctor of hers. That priest of this new religion. If he's got honesty enough to tell Henrietta that there's nothing the matter with my unconscious mind, then perhaps I can be let alone about it. Oh, and don't tell Henrietta I'm going. It might take weeks, and I couldn't stand all the talk.
Where's Stephen? Gone? You see how impatient he is, how unlike himself. I tell you, Mabel, I'm nearly distracted about Steve.
I think he's a little distracted too.
Well, if he's gone, I'm going to have to leave you to yourself for an hour or two. I have a committee meeting at the bookshop. Here, dear, is one of the simplest statements of psychoanalysis. You just read this and we can talk more intelligently. Oh, how old is Lyman Eggleston?
He isn't 40 yet. Why, what made you ask that, Henrietta?
Oh, nothing. Au revoir.
The plate. The book. Am I unhappy?
What are you doing, my dear?
My paper for the Liberals Club.
Your paper on...
On a subject which does not have your sympathy.
Oh, I'm not sure I'm wholly after sympathy with psychoanalysis, Henrietta. You've worked so hard. I couldn't take a bath without it meaning something.
I talked it because I knew you needed it.
Well, you haven't said much about it these past few weeks. Your faith in it hasn't weakened any.
Weakened? It's grown stronger with each new thing I've come to know. And Mabel is with Dr. Russell now. From what Mabel tells me, I believe that Dr. Russell's analysis is going to prove that I was right. Today, I discovered a remarkable confirmation of my theory in the hen dreams.
Well, what's your theory?
Well, you know about Lyman Eggleston? I've wondered about him. I've never met him, but I know he's less bourgeois, more intellectual than Mabel's other friends. And Mabel does not get to see him because Bob does not like him.
Okay, but what's the confirmation?
Today, I noticed the first syllable of his name.
Lie?
No. Egg.
egg?
Mabel dreamed she was a hen.
Oh,
You wouldn't laugh if you knew how important names are in interpreting dreams. Freud is full of such cases in which a whole hidden complex is revealed by a single significant syllable, like this egg.
well, isn't the traditional relationship of a hen and an egg rather maternal?
Well, of course there's something maternal in Mabel's love, but that's only one element.
Okay, suppose Mabel hasn't the suppressed desire to be this gentleman's mother, but his beloved. What's to be done about it? And what about Bob? Don't you think that's going to be a little bit rough on him?
Bob must face the facts of life, and if Dr. Russell should arrive at the same interpretation, I shall not hesitate to advise Mabel to leave her present husband.
Uh-huh. How long is it we've lived here, Henrietta?
This is the 3rd year, Stephen.
One would miss this view if one went away, wouldn't one?
Oh, Stephen, how strangely you speak. I wish you would go see Dr. Russell. Don't think my fears have abated because I've been able to restrain myself. I had to, on account of Mabel, but now, dear, won't you go to him?
How long have we been married?
Stephen, I do not understand you. You must go see Dr. Russell.
I have gone.
You, what?
Yes, Henrietta, I've been psyched.
You went to Dr. Russell.
The same.
And what did he say?
He said, well, I was a little surprised by what he said, Henrietta.
Of course, one can so seldom anticipate, but tell me, Stephen, your dream, it means...
It means... I was considerably surprised by what it means.
Don't be so exasperating.
It means... Do you really want to know?
Stephen, you will drive me mad.
He said... Of course, he may be wrong in what he said.
He isn't wrong. Tell me.
He says that my dream of the walls around me receding and leaving me in a dark forest indicates that I have a suppressed desire to be freed from marriage. Well, he may be mistaken, of course.
May be mistaken?
Well, of course I hadn't taken any stock in it myself. It was just your great confidence in it that
Stephen, are you telling me that Dr. Russell, Dr. A.E. Russell, told you you have a suppressed desire to separate from me?
That's what he said.
Did he know who you were?
Yes.
That you were married to me?
That's what I said, yes.
And he told you to leave me?
It seems he must be wrong.
And I sent him more patients. What reason did he give for this analysis?
Oh, what reason? Well, he says that the confining walls were a symbol of my feelings about marriage, and that their fading away is a wish fulfillment.
Well, is it? Do you want our marriage to end?
Well, it was a great surprise to me that I did. I hadn't known what was in my subconscious mind.
What did you tell Dr. Russell about me to make him think you weren't happy?
Oh, I never told him anything. He got it all from his confounded clever inferences. I tried to refute him, but he said it was part of my self-protective lying.
And that's why you were so happy when you came in just now?
Why, Henrietta, how could you say that? I was sad. Didn't I speak sadly of the view? And didn't I ask how long we'd been married?
Stephen Brewster, have you no sense of the seriousness of this? Dr. Russell does not know what our marriage has been. You do. You should have laughed him down. Confined in life with me. Did you tell him I believed in freedom?
I very emphatically told him that his results were a great surprise to me.
But you accepted them.
Oh, no, I merely couldn't argue against him. I'm no psychologist. I came home to talk it over with you. You being a disciple of psychoanalysis, I had thought that...
Stephen, if you are going, I wish you would go tonight.
Oh, my dear. Surely I couldn't do that. Think of my feelings. And the laundry hasn't come home.
Some women would falter at this, Steve, but I am not such a woman. I leave you free. I do not repudiate psychoanalysis. Surely it has done great things. It has also made mistakes, but since you accept this analysis, I have to get back to my paper. I wish you would leave me.
I'm sorry, Henrietta, about my unconscious mind.
Henrietta, I'm so glad you're here. And alone? Are you alone, Henrietta?
Very much so.
Henrietta, he's found it.
Who has found what?
Who has found what? Dr. Russell has found my suppressed desire.
This is interesting.
He finished me today. He got hold of my complex in the most amazing way. But, oh, Henrietta, it is so terrible.
Do calm yourself, Mabel. Surely there's no occasion for all this agitation.
Oh, but there is. And when you think of the readjustments that must be made to get the suppressed hell out of me and save me from the insane asylum.
The insane asylum?
That's where you said these complexes brought people.
What did the doctor tell you, Mabel?
Oh, Henrietta, I don't know how I can tell you. It is so awful. So unbelievable.
I would rather have my hand in at hearing the unbelievable.
Oh, Henrietta, who would have ever thought it? How can it be true? But Dr. Russell is perfectly certain that I have a suppressed desire for...
Oh, go on, Mabel. I'm not unprepared for what you have to say.
Not unprepared? You mean you have suspected it?
From the first, it's been my theory all along.
But Henrietta, I myself was not aware of my suppressed desire for Stephen.
For Stephen?
My brother-in-law! My own sister's husband!
You have a suppressed desire for Stephen?
Oh, Henrietta, aren't these unconscious selves terrible? They seem so unlike us.
What insane thing are you driving at?
Henrietta, don't use that word at me. I don't want to go to the insane asylum.
What did Dr. Russell tell you?
Well, you see, it's the strangest thing. But Dr. Russell found out today that when I was a little girl, I had a book in words of one syllable. And I used to read the name Stephen wrong. I used to read it S-T-E-P, step, H-E-N, hen. Step hen is Stephen. Stephen is step hen.
I'm step hen?
S-T-E-P, step, H-E-N, Stephen.
So, what if Stephen is step hen, for that ridiculous coincidence?
Coincidence? But it's childish to look at the mere elements of a dream. You have to look into the dream to see what it means.
On account of that trivial, meaningless play on syllables, on account of that flimsy basis, are you really... Oh!
What on earth is the matter? What has happened? Suppose I am step hen. What about it? What does it mean?
It means that I have a suppressed desire for you.
For me? The deuce you have! What makes you think so?
Dr. Russell has worked it out scientifically.
Yes, through the amazing discovery that step hen equals Stephen.
Oh, that isn't all. That isn't near all. But Henrietta won't give me the chance to tell it. She'd rather I go to the insane asylum than be unconventional.
We will all go there if you don't control yourself. You're still waiting for some rational report.
Oh, there's such a lot about names. I don't see how I ever did it. But just look at Henrietta's name. I dream I'm a hen because I'm putting myself in Henrietta's place.
With Stephen?
With Stephen.
Oh! What are you doing with those times tables?
Oh, well, you said I should leave tonight, so I figured I'd just run up to Canada and join Billy, a little shooting,
But there's more about the names.
Mabel, have you thought of Bob? Dear old Bob, you're a good, kind husband.
Oh, Henrietta, my good kind husband.
Think of him, Mabel, out there alone in Chicago, working his head off, fixing people's teeth. For you.
Yes, but think of the living libido, in conflict with petrified moral codes. And look at the wonderful way the names all prove it. Just look at Stephen's last name, Brewster. I dream I'm a hen, and then Stephen's last name. You have to say the first letter by itself. And then the hen, that's me, she says to him, step hen, be a rooster. Why, I think it is perfectly wonderful. If it wasn't for psychoanalysis, you'd never know how amazing your own mind is.
Be rooster. Step hen, be rooster. Well, even if this is true, what's to be done about it? Does Mabel have to go away with me?
Do you want Mabel to go away with you?
Well, but Mabel herself, her complex, her suppressed desire.
Mabel, are you going to insist on going away with Stephen?
I'd rather go with Stephen than go to the insane asylum.
For heaven's sake, Mabel, drop that insane asylum. If there was a suppressed desire hidden in you for Stephen, God knows it isn't hidden now. Dr. Russell has brought it into your consciousness with a vengeance. That's all that's necessary to break up a complex. Psychoanalysis doesn't say you have to gratify every suppressed desire.
Unless it's for Lyman Eggleston.
Well, if it comes down to that, Stephen Brewster, I'd like to know why that interpretation of mine isn't as good as this one. Step hen.
But be rooster. Step hen, be rooster. And Henrietta, oh my dear, Doc Russell's got you beat a mile. Be rooster.
What has Lyman Eggleston got to do with it?
Oh, well, according to Henrietta, you, the hen, have a suppressed desire for Eggleston, the egg.
Henrietta, I think that's indecent of you. He is bald as an egg and little and fat. The fact that you think such a thing of me.
Well, Bob isn't little and bald and fat. Why don't you stick to your own husband? And so what if Dr. Russell's interpretation has got mine beat a mile? It would only mean that Mabel doesn't want Lyman Eggleston and she does want you. Does that mean she has to have you?
But you said Mabel Snow.
Mary Snow. And you're not as much like her as you think. These cases are entirely different. I wouldn't have believed this of you, Mabel. I brought you here for a pleasant visit. Thought you needed brightening up. Wanted to be nice to you. But now, you, my husband, you just insist on...
Oh, be careful, dear. Your paper on psychoanalysis.
I don't want my paper on psychoanalysis. I am sick of psychoanalysis.
Do you mean that, Henrietta?
Why shouldn't I mean it? Look at all I've done for psychoanalysis and look what psychoanalysis has done for me.
Do you mean, Henrietta, that you're going to stop talking psychoanalysis?
Why shouldn't I stop talking it? Haven't I seen what it does to people? Mabel has gone crazy about psychoanalysis.
Do you promise to never wake me up in the middle of the night to find out what I'm dreaming?
Dream what you please. I don't care what you're dreaming.
Will you clear off my work table so that the Journal of Morbid Psychology doesn't stare me in the face whenever I'm trying to plan a house?
I'll bump the Journal of Morbid Psychology.
Oh, my dear Henrietta. We're going to separate from psychoanalysis. There's no reason I should separate from you.
But what about me? What about my suppressed desire?
Oh, Mabel, you just keep right on suppressing it.
Hello everyone, and I would like to introduce our third and final act of the night, Bad Habits, which was written by myself in our school's very own Intro to the Dramatic Arts class. Before we start the show, though, I would like to warn everyone that there is mature themes within the play. Please enjoy.
I love you, Ivy!
Love you too!
Sounds like a pretty interesting girl. I'll have to meet her sometime.
Yeah, you really should. She's great. I mean, we've been best friends since we started high school.
Yeah, huh. High school. Those were some pretty interesting times in my life. I'm glad they're over now.
Sadly, some of us are still stuck there.
Yes, I know.
What's in your mind, Richard? You seem more nervous than usual.
Well, I've been thinking a lot lately about us, and I've just really enjoyed being on these dates with you. It's probably the most fun I've had in a long time. Eve, really listen to me here. I know you've had a lot of trouble with guys in the past, and that it's never really worked out for you, but you deserve to be treated in the best way possible. I mean, you're such a kind girl and so much fun to be with. Really just great all around. I guess what I'm trying to say is I was hoping we could make these hangouts a bit more regular. Like, I don't know, maybe you could be my girlfriend?
Yes, of course. Yes, I would love that. Okay. Bye, love. Yes. Okay. Anthony's waiting. You really don't like Richard, huh?
It's not that I don't like him, I have a bad feeling about him.
Oh, come on. How can you have a bad feeling about someone you've never even met?
I don't know, I just do. And besides, I don't like the way you always throw yourself at these guys.
How can you even say that, Anthony? If you could even bring yourself to remember all the nights you sat with me crying, you know I wouldn't be stupid enough to run to that again.
Maybe, trust me. I remember those nights, which is why I don't want to support you loving this one again so soon just to get hurt.
Well, I simply won't get hurt this time then.
I don't think that's something you can really control. And even if it was, I hate third wheeling with you on your dates. It's depressing and I don't get along with any of your boyfriends. They all hate me.
Well, maybe if you weren't such a cold bitch all the time, maybe, I don't know, at least try to play nice, they wouldn't all hate you. Anyways, you're not going to get kicked to the side this time.
Sure. And you know, maybe I wouldn't have such a problem with these guys if they weren't acting like God's gift to high school girls.
I'm calling bullshit on all of that.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't want a third wheel, so I'm just gonna walk home.
Listen, Amity, I'm not playing around this time. I really like Richard. I mean, he graduated top of his class and he has social anxiety to say the least. I promise you, he's not like the others. I just want the two people I care about most to get on for once. So please give it a chance for me, please.
Fine, I'll try.
Thank you. And on the plus side, you're not going to be alone, because Richard's bringing along a friend too.
No, lady.
Oh, come on, he's a nice guy.
I said no.
It's not even a date, it's just a meetup of sorts.
I don't want to meet him, so why would I want to meet one of his friends?
It's only for a little bit.
You are so lucky that you're my best friend.
Trust me, I know. Oh, there's Richard. You two are gonna love each other.
Yeah, we're gonna be best buddies.
I was wondering how long you're gonna keep me waiting in the cold.
Sorry about that, love. I must have got a little lost.
Well, it's alright, because we're drinking.
That'd
Oh, you finally get to meet Anthony.
be me.
I've heard a lot about you.
Richard, love, where's your friend?
Well, his car broke down, so he's gonna be a little late.
That's alright. We'll just wait here for him.
Yeah, but I've already made us wait so long, so we really should get to the restaurant if we don't want to miss our reservation.
So your plan is just leave your friend for dinner?
Well, not exactly.
And it's not like you can text him or anything to tell him where the restaurant is, right?
Well, he was fixing his car and then his phone broke.
No, okay. So your plan was to stay here and wait, or to just ditch your friend altogether?
We are not gonna ditch him or anything. One of us simply gonna wait here for him to show up while the rest of us go get the table. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Amity?
Yeah, fine. No, wait for him.
Thank you, but Richard, why don't you start up? I'll catch up with you in a bit. You know, you really don't have to do this.
Yeah, I know. But I want you to go have fun.
Oh. You can use this here so pretty for Richard's friend.
Thanks, lady.
You know, I really should be used to this by now.
I just can't believe you said that to me, Amity. After everything, I can't believe you'd be so possessive of me. All you just mentioned John, he flipped out.
I told you I had a bad feeling about him.
I know, you always warned me. I just think it was a slip. He had a long day and I should have known to be careful with his anxiety and all. I mean, everyone has a breaking point.
Oh, come on, you can't blame yourself. He's just being a dick.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, he's such a sweetheart and I still love him. It's just I couldn't help it.
Well, what?
Mentioning John, he's just so exciting and different from Richard.
Oh, lady, are you already bored with your goody-goody experiment?
What? No, it's just John.
Forget that I said anything, okay? Look, if it's meant to be, it'll all work out, okay? Richard will get over himself, and he'll realize you're the best thing that he's got. He'd be an idiot to lose you.
Yeah, I guess. But we always talk about my life. How's yours?
You know me. I don't have a life, love or otherwise.
Come on, we both know it's a lie.
It's really not, lady.
Come on, tell me something. Tell me you have to beat the boys back and they beg and clamor for you to choose one.
That's not how it is.
That's a lie. You could totally. Last week, Mike was just pining after you.
As if.
You could totally have a chance of that if you tried.
Lady, that's not how it is. Even if it was, between my family and anything, he'd go running for the hills before anything could even start.
Well, it certainly hasn't kept me away. But all right, I can tell when I've crossed the line. I guess I'll just leave you alone with your fantasies. Here, will you hold this for me while I go change? Yeah.
Would you please put something on?
I'm not even cold.
You're shivering.
I swear I'm not cold.
Just take this, okay? It's yours, not mine.
I left your house like 3 months ago. Boss says you own it now.
Well, that doesn't matter, okay? You need it more than I do.
Either way, I don't want it. No, you don't have to wait here with me, right?
Yes, I know. I don't trust John, okay?
You say that about all of them. Literally all of them.
I know, but, you know, he's different from the others. He's in the whole party scene and all that.
Not everyone that parties every once in a while is bad news.
It's what he does at them that I don't like, okay?
It's only once in a while and it's not anything hardcore.
Lady, are you kidding me? He's a pill popper. He's into the X. I don't even know what that is.
Oh my goodness. It's not your problem to worry about.
No, you don't understand, okay? Look, you're my friend. I don't want to see you get hurt or do anything stupid.
And who says I haven't already, huh? Maybe I've been digging the party scene just as much as he is. Maybe I've been lucky enough to get right into his pants.
No, lady, that is moving way too fast. No, you've only been dating for a couple of weeks. That's ridiculous. Just tell me that you're joking.
Oh, breathe, Amity. You're not my mother, so it's not your worry.
No, you really don't get it. He is worse than all the others, and you're not even acting like yourself. You're just being what he wants you to be.
I have to go.
Lady. Lady, I can't watch you do this.
It's just beyond annoying, Amity. Every time I think I have his attention, another comes along, and a skirt half the length of mine, and a shirt her tits are absolutely popping out of, and then he acts like they're not even there, you know?
Yep.
And to make it even worse, whenever I mention it to him, he acts like he doesn't even care. I mean, maybe he doesn't, but after everything I let him do, mind you, half of it, I've never done before, you think the guy would have the type of feelings for me?
That's men for you.
You know what that is meant for you. You do everything you can to get them, and then you do even more to keep them, but it's never enough, because there's always someone prettier, and you just get kicked to the sidelines. I mean, I still love him, and he still loves me, otherwise he wouldn't say so, right?
Right.
All right, darling, what's wrong?
What? What do you mean? I'm fine.
That's a lie. You just had multiple chances to trash John and say you were right, and you didn't.
I just have a lot on my mind, okay? It's nothing.
Want to talk about it then?
No, I really don't, lady. Just please drop it. I don't like guys.
A little louder, please? I didn't quite catch that.
I don't like guys.
Oh, come on, Amity. Just because all the boys in our school are stupid.
No,
doesn't-
it's not that way. I don't like men. Like, at all.
So you mean you're...
I don't know, I don't like guys. I don't feel the same way that you do about them. You know how you're always fawning after guys? I feel that way with people like us. I don't know, it's really been bothering me lately, and you know, you're my best friend. Lady, I've been so scared. I mean, what would happen if anybody found out, you know? I mean, God, my mother. What would my mother and her perfect family say if they found out that if I said that just please promise me that you won't tell anybody, please.
Don't be stupid, Amity. Of course I'm not going to tell anyone.
Do you promise?
I promise.
And it isn't a problem for you at all?
Of course not. I mean, it's not like you're going to start making out if you want to sleep over or anything.
I guess not.
So, what made you realize it? Or should the question be, who?
Lady, what does that mean?
It means that you wouldn't have thought of something like this instead of staring you straight in the face. So, who pushed you out of the closet?
It doesn't really work like that.
Well, not for most people, but I know you.
So? Look, does it really matter if there was somebody?
I mean, as your resident best friend, I should know these things.
What if I don't want you to know?
Then you wouldn't have told me your secret.
God, I can't tell you anything without you prying, can I?
Come on, Amity, please.
No. Not this time, lady.
For me, please.
Oh, come on, that is not fair. You know that I would do anything for you.
Exactly. Which is why you're telling me who this lucky girl is.
No, you're not winning this one.
What about a compromise? You describe her, and I'll figure out the rest from there.
I guess I could try that.
Well, get going then.
Well, I don't know, lady. She's a friend of mine. That's a lie. She's a really good friend of mine. Perhaps my best friend. She's always there for me whenever I need her to be. The other half of the time, I don't think she even realizes I'm there. She has this cute way about her once you're like hyper-focused on one thing. Her attention is always jumping from thing to thing. Or well, from guy to guy, I guess. But that's not something she can control. I mean, that's who she is, and she can't change who she is. Anyways, she's always so much fun because of it. Like, one moment you two will be watching a movie together, and then the next she'll be setting up for a full-face makeover or dragging you down to some corner store she found at the end of the street. She always gets really excited about the little things. She's always wearing these tight clothes. I'm not complaining. There's no problem there. No complaints from me. I don't know. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That's not why I like her, though. It's just a little bonus. I don't know. There's so many things about her that I could keep going on forever. I mean, hell, I think I might even love her. And even if I never get the chance to call her mine, I'm okay with that. Because just being around her makes me happy. I mean, it's like she's created this own little world for herself. And she pulls me into it with her smile. And that's enough. The only problem is there's always a guy. I mean, I've never known her not to have at least one. And she looks older than she is, so it's always the older guys. And you know, they don't know what they have. I mean, she'd do anything for them, and she does. I wish that I could break her from that cycle. I wish I could do something. I mean, you can't do anything. That's who she is. You can't change that. That's it, I guess.
Well, she sounds really nice.
I guess so.
Sounds like she has some bad habits, though.
It's not like she can choose who she is. That's just who she is.
And you really like her?
Are you kidding me? I'd do anything for her. I mean, if she asked me to jump in front of a train, I would.
Well, she's a lucky girl then.
I guess. I don't know. I just wish that...
What?
It's nothing.
You know, you're one of the best friends I've ever had.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. You're only friend I think I could ever do anything for.
Anything?
But you're the kind of friend that never asks for it. Thanks for having me over last night.
It's nothing, but lady, we
And
should...
thank you for breakfast this morning. It was so good.
It's really not a thing, but lady, we
And
should...
you know what? Thank you for helping the math work.
Lady, we should
And
talk.
thank you for waiting here with me too. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No problem.
You know, I can't think of anyone just waiting around for me all day.
I'm sure Sienna would. She was close enough.
No, I don't know. She doesn't really like me.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Amber, your hair's a mess. Emma, you're struggling with your head.
Eve! Get over here now!
I have to go. Finish waiting with me.
Lady, stop. You don't have to. I could be.
I have to go.
Why? Why do you always do this to me? I mean, you make me feel better than I ever have. And you make me feel like for once I can matter to you. That something like this could actually happen. But it's all for nothing because the moment one event comes along, you're off. It's not fair. You know, it's not fair because I was here. And I've been here through it all. For you, with you, trying to make you see who you really
Just trying to do for you what you've done for me. I mean, that's all that I live for. It's for nothing. Because the moment one of them goes along, you're gone. It's like you're some kind of dog. Yeah, that's it. You're a dog, and that sure as hell make a lot more sense if it were true, because that's exactly how they treat you. They train you to sit and to stay in bed at the moment they tell you to. You know what? It's so goddamn pathetic because you do it. You do it. You know, the leash is in their hand, the collar is around your neck. They turn you into a fucking dog. I wish that I could change that. I wish I could do something. Maybe it's something. I needed you to stay. Did you know that?
Sorry I didn't believe you.
Well, someone should trust me a little bit more. I'll leave the guy when he crosses a certain line.
Yeah, but how far out is that line?
It's out there somewhere.
Whatever, just as long as you're safe.
Trust me, I am.
Still can't believe that you're dating him.
What's that supposed to mean?
I thought you never went for younger guys.
Well, the older ones didn't work out, so why not give the youngsters a chance?
Just as long as he can't get you in as much trouble.
Exactly. He's like my perfect safety net.
Yeah, he's your risk-free route.
You're just saying that because you're jealous of him.
Why would I be jealous of him?
Because you wish you had someone like me to love.
We never did talk about that night. I know you know which one I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lady.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I know that you're not stupid.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know that you know who the girl I was talking about was.
And if I do?
You could say something.
Why don't you start?
Lady, please don't make me.
I need you to know that you're strong enough to say it before I respond.
Okay. Lady, we've been best friends ever since we started high school. That's 4 years longer than anybody else has stayed in my life. Ever since the moment that I met you, I have been unwavering and madly in love with you.
I have a boyfriend.
You always have a boyfriend,
I do, don't I?
and they never work out well for you.
I suppose they don't. You know, I've always kind of found it weird with guys. And someone would have had to have been blind and not see how you've had feelings for me. But I just can't hurt Will. It would destroy him. But what's the difference between loving a friend as just a friend or something more?
Lady, what does that mean?
It means that love is just a word, whether it's to a friend of one kind or another.
Lady, what are you saying?
I'm saying that she's my best friend over some guy I don't even like any day.
So you're mine?
Always, but...
But what?
Well, I can't hurt him.
You don't even like him.
But I still care about him, just more like a little brother.
So?
I don't know what to do. He'd be lost.
What do we do now?
so,
Are you gonna do it?
I mean, I'm gonna try.
It's okay if you forget.
No, not really.
No, I would understand.
It's just I've never been a cheater before.
Would you be now?
I thought so. Am I wrong?
What? Are we like thing?
Your family could never know.
And they'd never find out.
And God knows what they'd say at school.
Sure, they wouldn't be surprised.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, you said it yourself. Me liking you was obvious. I'm not so sure anyone's gonna be shocked if it's you anymore.
I think you're the only one that wouldn't be shocked.
Are you sure about that? Boys talk, you know.
Good point. Probably will.
Oh, God. Do you want me to start?
No, I'm just bringing the fork away. I don't need backup.
Sorry, just checking.
Hey, lady.
Yeah? I love you.
Promise?
Why didn't you see me, Eve? And why is Amber leaving? Hey.
Oh, don't worry about her. She just has a little senior stuff to do, and what's up you want to hang out with my boyfriend? And are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I almost scuffed my Yeezys, but they're all right. And trust me, I'm not going to stop you from hanging out with me. You know, it seems like I never get to see you anymore with all this senior stuff going on.
Yeah, there is a lot that I have going on.
Seems crazy. I can't believe you're going off to college next year.
Yeah, actually, that's where I want to go.
Well, that's great. Where?
Slade School of Fine Arts.
Where's that?
London, England.
That sounds amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Well, will you be sad to see me go?
Well, I guess I will, but I want you to follow your dreams. That's all that matters to me. And plus, by the time I'm going off to college, you'll be back, right?
I suppose, but this actually brings up something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, well, I'll be going, and you'll be here, and I don't know how I'll be gone. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it. You think that as soon as you leave, I'm gonna go run off with another girl. But trust me, Eve, that's not gonna happen. No one can be better for me than you. And plus, things are going so good right now, they can only continue to get better.
No, Will, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that things are uncertain, and while I do love you, I just don't want to hold you back.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't think we should be together when I go, or even now, it's just unfair to you.
But Eve, we can make things work.
No, Will, I have to go, you know, all those senior things. I promise you'll be okay, love.
I never thought she'd leave.
Well, what was that, darling? Oh, just notification. What for? Well, it looks like there's going to be a new art exhibit at the Blue Lake Gallery, and they're going to be showcasing some amazing Impressionist work.
Well, that's the kind you like, right?
Yeah, it's actually my favorite. I don't suppose you'd want to go with me, would you?
Are you sure?
Yeah, it could be like a date or something.
Yeah. Like a real date. I'd love to. That is until you find some other tortured artist there to swoon over.
Oh, maybe I could never. And even if there is someone better, I don't want them because I just want you.
What if you change your mind?
And what if you change yours?
Lady, I could never.
That's what they all say.
Lady, stop talking crazy like that. You're all that I've ever wanted.
And don't worry, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Oh my God, you cannot live without that phone.
Well, my people need me.
You just like the attention.
Amy, I'm offended that you would even say that. You just wish you had all these people to show you all this affection.
Speaking of affection, I made you something.
Oh, Amity, you need to stop showering me in all these gifts.
Close your eyes. Out your hands.
Amity, it's beautiful.
Well, you know, daisies are a symbol of love and purity.
You know, you really don't have to do this.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted you to know how much I love you. And plus, our anniversary's coming up. Yeah, it's a tricky thing. It all looks beautiful.
It's perfect. It's kind of nice here.
Yeah, but why'd you want to come?
I don't know, we're just always in the house here, so I thought I should scenery in here. That's okay with you, of course.
Of course it is, yeah. And, well, it is nice out here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird being here without having to wait for anyone. Kind of nice. Different for sure, but I don't know.
Didn't even think about that. I guess it has been a while since we've been here. Have you heard back from any colleges yet?
No, not yet. Have you?
Actually, both Reed and Emory accepted me.
That's awesome. Now you just have to pick one.
And, you know, I was thinking, Emory's closer to Carver. I know that you're trying to get in there.
Well, I'm sure to find a good art school by Reed.
Even if that's not what you really want.
All I really want is you.
Okay. Would you want to live in a dorm or in an apartment?
Well, what would you want to do?
I'm not asking me, I'm asking you.
Well, you know how I am. I can make anything work.
Yeah.
Lady,
We have a talk.
yeah, what's up?
You're acting strange. I mean, just as if you were raving on about Carver and now you're willing to go to any school on the other side of the country. Just to be with me.
I just love you that much, that's all.
I know, I love you too, but that's not what you do for somebody. I mean, that's what you used to do for them. It's just, you don't compromise yourself for someone you love.
I'm the same as I always was.
No, Lee. This isn't how you used to be before we were together.
Well, we were just friends then.
So? And why does that matter? Why does anything have to change? Why do you have to change?
Amity, I haven't changed.
How can you say that when I don't even really think you know who you are? Exactly. Maybe. I think I need to go until you can figure this all out.
No, you can't go.
I have to.
No, you can't go. I'll be alone without you.
You'll be fine. Okay, I'm leaving.
No, you can't go.
I don't have a choice.
There's always a choice. There is always a way.
Not if you can't be real with me anymore. Not if you're doing what you always do. Not if you're treating me like I'm one of them. No. You know, I thought that falling in love with my best friend, it would be easy and comfortable. It's not. Okay, it's hard. You're different.
I'm the same as I always was.
And maybe that's the problem. It doesn't matter what I thought. Okay, I have to go.
Wait.
Yes, lady.
You can't go. I need you.
You don't need me, lady. You'll be fine, I promise.
Wait.
What?
You gave this to me because you love me, right? Because you wanted me to be happy? Well, if you want me to be happy, then why are you doing this?
Because I need to be happy too. You can still change this. Do you know that, Eve?
You have to tell me what to do. I can't do this alone.
Excuse me? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just a long day.
It's fine. Do you care to take a seat?
Oh, no, of course. What's your name?
It's Daniel. And you?
Eve.
Well then, are you truly alright?
I will be, if you just do me one small favor.
Yes, of course.
I don't suppose you can help me put this on. You know, I was waiting for someone like you to come along.
One last time, bad habits. And the cast of suppressed desires. And the cast of Sorry Wrong Number. Our set and backstage crew. Costumes, hair, and makeup. Our production team.
Plus Kendall.
Our directors. Our lead director, Alicia Papadakis. Bad habits. and do the concession stands. And Jody Glidden, who even though her child has graduated, she still comes back and coordinates everything for us and does whatever I text her, no matter what time to do. Earlier I forgot to mention that we had a couple of substitutions in cast, but since I called them out here anyway, it's okay. So Nick had to step in for Will. That was not a role he was originally doing. Maddie Huck, she had to step in for Chatham. These are two actors who were sick. Colby Failing, and while being a director, also had to step in and play Sergeant Martin for another sick student. And because it happened a few weeks ago, I always forget that, Hannah Edelston, and then, is Brooke Hannon up here? No. Yes, and... Yeah, Brooke! Come on and take over for an actress in Sorry Wrong Number with, the lead actress. And both of them took on the role 2 weeks before tech. Is that about right? Yeah. 2 weeks before tech. So another round of applause for that. And then just, you guys remember that big windstorm we had a couple weeks ago that knocked out power for a little while? Well, that windstorm knocked out the lighting system, the entire lighting system for the auditorium. No lights turned on or off. So we actually had to get someone in, and Monday, last Monday, a week ago, we finally got it fixed. So this lovely person over here not only had to come up with the entire lighting scheme for all 3 shows, they also had to completely reprogram the board, last week. And we have some of our production team, I haven't slept in 2 weeks, standing out there with ballots for our Oscars. I know they should be Tonys, but they don't sell those at the Shirt Shack, so we work with what we got. I know, they should be Tonys. And you guys get to vote for who is your favorite actor or actress, and the voting and pencils are out there for you. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and enjoy your weekend.